Hey UBC, it's October 31st, I'm Jordan Wade, and you're watching the Ubyssey Weekly Show.
Last Thursday, one of the most important actors in American cinema graced UBC campus with his presence. Of course, I'm talking about Robert Redford. In the new film, The Company You Keep, he appears alongside this insolent little man-child. But he carries the film on his back and creates a thriller unlike anything audiences will have seen in recent memory. The Twitters were exploding. And we thought it was so important that we decided to replace our campus feature with coverage of this momentous occasion.
This week in the culture section, we have an interview with the Simpson brothers and an article on shock films. We also have an update on the whole Videomatica situation.
We are on Thursday going to do a bunch of articles on the governance situation on UBC and the fact that it's not part of a city, but a whole bunch of people live here and there's no city council and it's kind of a messed up situation, and we're going to write stuff about that.
The AMS has postponed a vote on giving honorary degrees for Japanese Canadian students interned during World War II.
We're working with Brian's governance special to do a news special on Electoral Area A.
You just heard about Electoral Area A. To learn more about it...
Hold up. We got sports. UBC football crushed Calgary this weekend. They were the #1 ranked team in the country, not anymore. We're hosting a home playoff game next week against Saskatchewan. We got women's hockey, they got a new season, new coach, fresh start, that kind of thing. Now back to the show.
You just heard about Electoral Area A. To learn more about it, we're joined today with awkward cowboy Mike Dickson. So what exactly is Electoral Area A?
Well, I'm very glad you asked that question, Elvis. And Electoral Area A is basically giving representation to all the communities who are unincorporated throughout the greater Vancouver region. This includes UBC, the University Endowment lands, as well as little communities like Barnston Island and other places that just don't have a large enough population to form one consistent vote. And so this is giving representation to those communities whose voices might not otherwise be heard.
So why should UBC students care?
They should care because this is the only way they will get their concerns heard by the rest of Metro Vancouver. UBC is a very important hub in terms of transportation. It's actually the second biggest transportation destination in the Lower Mainland after downtown. And so it's quite an important facility in terms of providing education, provides a lot of jobs in the Western Point Grey region. And so it's important to have these concerns heard.
So what can students do to get more involved?
Well, students can vote in the election that's upcoming on Saturday, November 19th. They can vote here at the Sub, or they can vote at University Hill Secondary School. Actually, if they go onto the website of the Electoral Area A elections website, too many vowels in that, they can find out a lot more information as to where and when they can vote, and also how they can actually make a difference, like writing a letter to the director position so that these concerns can get brought up in Metro Vancouver board meetings, and so UBC can get a little more representation than it has in the past.
Now, I must admit, I really don't know much about this Electoral Area A. Do UBC students know about it?
No.
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 No idea.
No.
No.
No, I do not.
Saturday, UBC was up against the undefeated Calgary Dinos in the final regular season game of the year, and they exploded out of the gate. They had already scored one touchdown when star quarterback Billy Green went on a 40-yard run to set the team up for another score. They would convert the opportunity when Green passed to Spencer Betts, who dove in to give UBC a 14-0 lead. Things turned from bad to worse for the Dinos, as kicker Johnny Mark, who had only missed one field goal all season, missed a chip shot from 21 yards. But the Dinos came into this game ranked #1 in the nation for a reason, and even the score with touchdown passes to Richard Snyder for 9 yards, followed by quarterback Eric Zidwelski scrambling out of the pressure to find Chris Dobko, tying the game at 14. Later in the half, Zidwelski shows off his running game, scampering for 20 yards to give Calgary a 21-17 lead. But with just a minute left in the first half, UBC took command. First, San Marino returned a dino punt 34 yards to give the team good field position. And on the very next play, Green found receiver David Scott wide open for a 29-yard touchdown, giving UBC a 24-21 halftime lead. UBC put the game out of reach in the fourth quarter as Green sliced and diced the Dinos' defense, finding Misha Tile for 41 yards, Jordan Grieve for 17, David Scott for another 11, and then Grieve again for a 2-yard touchdown pass, giving the Birds a 36-21 lead to begin the fourth quarter. Of course, UBC had a lead against Calgary last time they played and let it slip away, but they would not do so at home. The Birds hounded Calgary's runners all game long, not letting the Dinos establish their vaunted running attack. With 3 minutes to go, Calgary had a chance to bring it within a touchdown, but Alex Babelow stopped Calgary from completing a third down, and that was pretty much that. UBC defeats Calgary 36-23, finishing the regular season with 6 wins and 2 losses. The second place finish in the conference means that for the first time since 1999, UBC will host a playoff game. It comes next Saturday in the Canada West semifinals against the University of Saskatchewan Huskies right here at Thunderbird Stadium.
If you're an eligible voter and a student living in the UBC area, you have an important choice to make on November 19th. Which candidate will get your vote to be the Metro Vancouver Director for Electoral Area A? Despite the large size of Electoral Area A, it has a concentrated population in the UBC area. Each vote cast in this area is a powerful tool, an important way of making your voice heard at the regional level on environmental issues such as waste management and water use, parks, transit, and the long-term growth of our region. Ensure regional decisions have a positive impact on your community and that your priorities are reflected in Metro Vancouver's long-term plans. Get complete information on how you can vote, including voter eligibility, voting place addresses, and the times, dates, and locations for advanced voting opportunities, as well as voting by mail, by visiting the Metro Vancouver website at www.metrovancouver.org or contacting the Metro Vancouver Information Centre.
That's all the time we have for this week. Happy Halloween from the UBC. I'm Jordan Elvis Wade, maintaining professionalism since 1918. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Come on, sing with me, cowboy.
They're trying all the time.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Let me feel it this time.
You're crying all the time.
And you ain't ever caught a rabbit.
You ain't no friend of mine.
Dance, cowboy. Get out.
I'm really exposing myself in these shots. Does that work?